All right. Okay, guys. Welcome everyone. Welcome today. Welcome to the podcast for tonight. All right. So today podcast is gonna be different. So I'm not coming to you today with Liberian politics. No, this is not about Liberian politics tonight. But I'm here on a tonight's show is gonna be about the tragedy that took place at Bondi Beach um yesterday. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. Okay. So today is not about Liberian politics. No, we're not doing that today. Um we're gonna be speaking on the incident that took place at Bondi Beach. Okay. Um I know this might not affect people in Liberia, but yeah, this is affecting every one of us, those of us that live in Australia. And if you have human empathy or if you have compassion for human, then you might as well listen to the podcast tonight. Um, Around the world, I'm pretty sure many of you knows that Australia had a tragedy yesterday at the beach where a group of people gathered together to celebrate. And that celebration has turned into a tragedy, a Bondi. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Let me try to just play one song, okay, as I always do. While the music is playing, I will be sharing the live, okay. So it's gonna be one song tonight, guys.
Skip, 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 skinny but I cause trouble. Everybody think I'm okay cause I'm smiling. But way deep down in my soul I'm drowning. Nobody trying to hear me out. They hitting me up but I can't let it out. So I've been drinking liquor, blowing my trees. I don't know what happened to me. It's late in the night, but I cannot sleep. Oh, and no one know the way that I feel. I'm going places, but I'm not free. Plenty team I wanna see. Oh, I'm sad. I'm too sad. Oh, I'm sad. Yeah, I'm sad. Sad. Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad. Oh, I'm sad. I got job, I got money and life. My family, everybody alright.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm not happy. Sometimes I be like say nobody yeah. Sometimes I be like say and I know myself. I got girls, but I'm feeling sober. I'm falling, I can see no shoulder. I'm calling, but nobody can talk. Nobody can talk to me. Everybody think I'm okay, cause I'm smiling. But way deep down in my soul, I'm drowning. Nobody trying to hear me out. They hitting me up, but I can't let it out. So I've been drinking liquor, blowing my trees. I don't know what happened to me. It's late in the night, but I cannot sleep.
Oh.
And no one know the way that I feel. I'm going places, but I'm not free. Plenty team I wanna see. Oh, I'm sad. I'm too sad.
Too sad.
Oh, I'm sad.
Sad.
Yeah, I'm sad. 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 Oh, I'm sad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you once again. All right, look, I don't. Oh my God, I'm having issue with this connection. I don't know what's going on, but look, man, look, tonight is a very sad moment for Australians. Okay, um, but first of all, before I get into my show tonight, I want to say to those who lost their life, okay, the people that lost their life, I want to say, it's a sad thing, it's a tragedy that happened, and to the family of these people, I also want to say have my condolences. What happened, it was never planned, it was not expected. um Family didn't know that they was gonna go on the beach and never come home. um it is very sad, what happened yesterday. um and at the same time, I also want to say to those of you that was at the beach yesterday, those of you that see this type of incident, this tragedy that took place, I know this very traumatizing. you know the anxiety that comes with it. We understand all of those that happen, but all we can say, you know, um, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy that took place. Um, this should have never happened. Okay, this should have never happened, and we pray that it does not happen any again. But that is up to the government and how the government can put in control some sort of mechanism in place to prevent such incident from occurring again. Um, a celebration, okay, something that meant to be a celebration turned into a tragic end, and you know it's sad. Honestly, it's sad. So for those of you in Liberia, I want to say good morning to you. Those of you from Australia, my friends and family, those of you that watch me from Australia, I want to say good evening to every one of you guys. And we all know what happened yesterday at Bondi Beach. So some of you, those of you in Liberia or around the world, if you don't know what Bondi Beach is, this is a photo of Bondi Beach. Now, people come from everywhere around the world to come to this beach. This is the most talked about beach in Australia, and tourists always come into Bondi. It's a place for family. Okay, Bondi is a place for peace. Okay, it's a place where you can go and calm your nerve. This is a place where family gather. This is a place where family go to have some family time. This is a peaceful area. Okay, this is supposed to be a peaceful area, and it has always been peaceful until yesterday, the tragedy that took place, which is very, very, very saddening. We wasn't expecting that, but at the end of the day, it happened. There's not much we can do about it. There's not much we can say, but you know, we pray for those who lost their soul yesterday. We pray that they found peace. We pray that God grant them a safe entrance to heaven. And to the little child that died at the end of the day, we want to, it's a tragedy. Look, there's not much I can say about this here, man. This is really sad. Okay, so like I said, Bondi Beach is known for the sunlight, the laughter, okay, the sober families and tourists. That's Bondi. It is a place where people comes to brave, to heal. It feels safe. But on the 14th, which was yesterday, December Australian time, that feelings of feeling safe, that feelings of laughter, that feelings went away. It was shattered yesterday. A sound that did not belong to the ocean echoes across the sand yesterday. Panic took place. Joy turned into fear. So today I want to talk about what happened. I'm not talking about the numbers that took place or that happened in Liberia, but I want to talk about the numbers that is happening now in Australia. Okay. Why am I having a delay in my podcast? So sorry guys, I'm having some sort of delay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, what is going on? Oh gosh.
Skinny but I cause trouble. Everybody think I'm okay cause I'm smiling. But where deep down in my soul I'm drowning. Nobody trying to hear me out. They hitting me up but I can't let it out. So I've been drinking liquor, blowing my trees. I don't know what happened to me. It late in the night but I cannot sleep, oh. And no one know the way that I feel. I'm going places but I'm not free. Plenty team I wanna see, oh. I'm sad. I'm too sad. Oh,
Yes, guys, it's a sad day for Australia. Those of you that live in Australia, you know what happened at Bondi, and those of you who live outside of Australia or in another country, look, it's a sad day for us in Australia. It's a tragic. Okay, um, there was an incident that took place yesterday at one of the most popular beach in Australia called Bondi Beach. This is a beach where people comes from everywhere around the world to come to see. People comes to have fun at Bondi. Okay. But yesterday, all of that feelings went away. Fears came in. People were screaming. All of that sound. But so I want to speak about the incident that took place. Okay. So some eyewitnesses described, the confusion. All right. Some thought that it was a firework. Other froze. People ran barefooted on the hot sand. Parents screamed their children names. Strangers held strangers. Time slowed down. In a moment like this, the beach is no longer a place of safe. It becomes a place of survival, a sad day, a celebration that ended into a tragic, a joyful celebration that ended in a sad way. What happened? How did it happen? Why did it happen? That's the question Australians are asking today. Australians are asking these questions. How? Why? And who did it? Australians are asking. You see, the thing about it is that violence does not come from nowhere. Violence grows within. Okay. Untreated ill or mental illness can cause those type of disaster to occur. Social isolation can cause this type of disaster to occur. Anger without support. Hate. Many of you know that it takes so much energy to hate. And when that energy build up, that hate that you have in you, it's like a bomb. Sometimes it just explodes. System that fail to intervene early. When warning signs are ignored, tragic follows. This is not about blaming. I'm not trying to blame anyone. It is about understanding because prevention begins with truth. Prevention is better than cure, right? At the end of the day, life was lost yesterday. The sound, the scream, the faces. Some people will struggle to sleep. People that see this type of things, they're not going to go to bed looking at what occurred yesterday. No. Some people are going to avoid crowded area. Some people are going to be afraid to go back to Bondi Beach. Some people are going to limit their movement. At the end of the day, this is what it has come to. A day like yesterday, it's not going to just end like that. It's not going to end. Some people going to relive that day over and over. The trauma doesn't end when the sirens stop. No, it follows. It take ages for that trauma to heal. That's why Australians are going through today. So I want to say to all of you guys, welcome to my podcast. Okay. Welcome to the podcast. And let's get into what happened. So yesterday, there was a big celebration going on. Okay. There was a big festival going on. It was the Jewish people were having a festival at the most popular beach called Bondi. And if you live in Australia or if you live in other country but you have traveled to Australia, to be precise, Sydney, you might have heard about Bondi or you might have been to Bondi. Each and every one of us, we have been to Bondi. It's a place for family. It's a place for tourism. It's a place for fun, for laughter, for sunlight. But a report said there was a violence incident involving a guns, two gunsmen. People was enjoying their normal day, walking, swimming, shopping, relaxing on a beautiful Sunday evening around 6:45 to be precise. But suddenly a gunshot was heard. People started running. The fear, panic, panic spread so quickly. Yes, very quickly. That's what happens when fear comes. Guy, I don't know. I'm trying to share the show with you guys, but I want to share the show. Because I need people to come and watch the show. Okay. I need people to come to watch the show. Yes. So the panic, people panic, they started running. Okay. At the end of the day, people were shot, people were killed. But let me tell you what happened. Let me tell all of you guys what happened. Let's start by explaining this in simple word. Okay. So a report said that there was a violent attacks, involving guns. Okay. People was enjoying their day. When they heard shot fire, people started running for safeties. But emergency service were called in quickly. The police, the ambulance, and the paramedics, everyone came. Some people were injured at the time of the incident. If I'm not mistaken, at least over 40 people was injured. But so far, the death toll is about 15 to 16 people that have lost their life. 16 to 15 people just died. Those innocent people that died, they know nothing about what happened. Those innocent people that died went with their family to go enjoy, to have some fun. Those innocent people and children that get killed yesterday, they went on the beach and telling their family they're gonna return. But at the end of the day, what happened? The family got the bad news. Everybody living in Sydney yesterday was panicking. People was calling their loved ones, making sure they wasn't at the or location of the incident. Fear busted, and everyone, look, it's a sad thing, to be honest. It's a sad thing. But many people are asking the question. For me, I want to talk about why. Why did this shock the world? Why did this shock people? See, many people are asking, why did this happen? Or why did this shock Australia or the world so much? And let me tell you why people are asking such a question. Bondi Beach represents freedom. Bondi Beach represents fun. Bondi Beach represents multicultural Australia. Bondi is where you find different colors, different race, green, yellow, purple, blue, black, whatever it is. That's where you go and see. Because it's a place to go, it's a place to be when it's hot, it's a place to be when such festival is going on. But violence does not belong in such a place because it's a peaceful place. There's no room for violence in such a place. In such a place where family gather, in such a place where children gather. It's not a place for violence, right? Now, Australia, Australia is actually very strict with gun laws. Okay, 'cause Australia is known for very strong guns control, low gun violence in Australia compared to other countries around the world. So when a shooting happens, people feel confused, people feel angry, and people are scared when such a thing happened. Innocent people was involved, right? Family, tourists, workers, people was involved, innocent people. And these people that was involved, like I said, they did nothing wrong. Their only crime was to go at Bondi yesterday to go have some fun. But they never knew that it was gonna be the last time they ever gonna step at Bondi. They never knew that it was gonna be the end of their time on this planet that we live on. These people were killed so suddenly, so sad, leaving their loved ones. What a sad thing, guys. It's a sad story. Look, it's a sad story. So, what do we understand about the incident? What we understand, it was a father and a son. So, a father of 50 years old and a son of 24 years old. These two, I don't know what their problems, I don't know what led to their attitude or what led to their action yesterday, but a father that's supposed to be a father to his child, a father that's supposed to educate his child. He was the father that led his son to pick up rifles and go to Bondi to go commit such a crime. Even those, this guy, they have a gun license, and about six different guns is registered to their name, and that's that's very concerning. Having a gun license, does that permit you to have such amount of ammunition? That's another question that Australia need to be asking. Having a gun license is for you to have a gun, maybe for safety reason. But why would a person have so many guns? How many guns can you use at once? Doesn't that ring a bell to the Australian national security? A person that has a gun license does not have a single gun, but they have multiples of weapons, ammunitions. Doesn't that ring bell? Doesn't that tell the Australians national security that somebody need to be watched very carefully? But a father that's supposed to be a father to his child, a father that's supposed to know different or good from bad, but he manipulate his son, took his son, a 24 years old man, and said, let's go do this for whatever reason they did it. We don't know. The police are still investigating to know what's the motive behind such a crime. For you, for a father and a son to pick up guns and go down to a place that meant to be a happy place and start shooting randomly, it's very concerning. It's very concerning, guys. Very concerning. Very, very concerning.
Yeah, I'm sad. Sad. Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad. Oh, I'm sad. I got job, I got money and life. My family, everybody alright. But I'm not happy. Oh, I'm not happy. Sometimes I be like say nobody, yeah. Sometimes I be like say and I know myself. I got girls but I'm feeling sober. I'm falling, I can see no shoulder. I'm calling but nobody can talk. Nobody can talk to me. Everybody think I'm okay cause I'm smiling. But way deep down in my soul I'm drowning. Nobody trying to hear me out. They hitting me up, but I can't let it out. So I've been drinking liquor, blowing my trees. I don't know what happened to me. They late in the night, but I cannot sleep. Oh, and no one know the way that I feel. I'm going places.
So yeah, guys, like I was saying, a father that's supposed to know better, a father that's supposed to teach his child, but that's the same father that led his child to commit such a crime. 16 people, 16 people die, lose their life due to these people, due to their selfish reason. Nobody know what's the reason of doing what they did yesterday, but they did this out of hatred. They did this out of selfishness. They did this out of anger. Completely evil. It's a tragedy for Australian. It's not a good day. It's a sad day for us in Australia. It's not a good day for us. And how does this affect the community? When stuff like this happen in a community, how does that affect the people? How does it affect the community? The emotional impact. Okay. What does do? It put fear in many people. The anxieties that come with this, the shock that come with it. Some people might not recover from the shock, from what they see, what they witnessed with their eyes yesterday. They might not come back from that. It's going to be an image that's going to live in their head forever. Imagine children that saw such a thing that happened. Imagine children seeing people Dead bodies lying on the floor. See people running, people walking over children. Seeing dead body for young people. Imagine the trauma that this kid is going to live with. It's the image that's going to live in their head forever. It's not going to come out. That image is never going to come out. That image is going to live with them. Okay, it's going to live with them. Some people are now scared to visit public places. Okay, like public space. And that's the reason why me personally, that's the reason I don't like to go among crowd. That's why I don't like to go in crowded places because there's always a lot happening. There's always a lot happening. Yo, Daniel, if you're watching me, please share the live for me. I can't share it right now. Um, yeah, please share the live for me, please, if you're watching. And I'm not gonna be here for long. I just want to talk on this tragedy that took place in Australia. Okay, so I'm not gonna be here for long. Okay, but please share the live for me. Okay, so the mental health that the impact of mental health witnesses may suffer from. Okay, the trauma, the nightmare, the stress. That's exactly how the community is going to be affected. Okay, the community is going to be affected. Okay, so mental health support is very important after such an event. So hopefully, some people might go for therapy, or some people might go for, I don't know, but the government have to do something to support the people that was at the beach. The government have to do something to support these people that was affected. If not, it's gonna go worse. It's gonna be bad for these people, for this family. Okay. Com- how did the community react? Everyone, how did the community react? It was sad. And I want to say there was a guy, okay, there was a guy that singly handled a gunman. He went and tackled the gunman. While the gunman was shooting, a guy went and tackled him and disarmed him and took the gun from him. But even though that guy that disarmed that guy, okay, the guy that disarmed the shooter, he was filled with anger. But at the end of the day, after disarming, he put the guns down because he knows it is not in his place to do the job of the police. That's why the police were there. So he was not in the place to do the job of the police. He did not take the law into his own hand, but rather he helped the police. He helped the police. He calmed the situation after he disarmed that the shooter. He calmed the situation down. So that guy is a hero today for what he did. If he did not do what he did, more life was gonna be lost. But out of his bravery, he disarmed a gunman. Okay, he disarmed a gunman. So we'll say kudos to that guy. Okay, kudos to him. Kudos to him. Okay. So yeah, like guys, so that's what happened in Australia, in Sydney, okay, in New South Wales. We had a really tragic incident that took place at Bondi Beach. Those type of incident shouldn't be happening, um, especially on a peaceful day, on a joyful day, on a day that meant to be a day of happiness, a day of celebration. The Jewish were having a festival, but out of hatred and anger and bitterness, Somebody took his son, pick the guns up, and go down to a happy place and destroy lives and put fear and panic in people. Some people might not even return to the beach anymore. Some people might not even go to a crowded area anymore. Some people might not go to concert because the image of what happened at Bondi, that image is going to live within these people. It's going to live in their head. The trauma, the fear, the anxiety that comes with it, the depression, that's the after effect of that single incident that took place. Okay, that's the after effect. Family are crying. They lost their loved ones. Fathers, sons, mother, daughter. People that went to celebrate. People that left home and said to their family, I'll be back. I want to go to Bondi and see what is going on. I'll be back. But they did not know that was their last word that they spoke with their family. They did not know that that was the last time they're ever gonna step in their home. They did not know that Bondi Beach was gonna be the last place of their resting or of their life. And it's happened. But I also want to say to the Australians police, New South Wales police, I want to say kudos to these people. The police are doing extremely well. The amount of work the New South Wales police are doing, and they're doing it so professionally. They're doing their job so professionally. They go through a lot. They go through a lot of abuse, a lot of aggressive people they have to deal with, a lot of mental illnesses, people who are mentally deranged. They have to deal with these people. And when they deal with these people, they don't deal with these people looking at where they come from or what color they are. They deal with these people professionally. So I want to say kudos to the New South Wales police. Kudos to them for what they are doing. Kudos to them for coming to calm the situation down yesterday. If this police was not to show up yesterday, the emergency service did not show up yesterday, only God knows what would have happened, how the story was going to turn. But thanks to this police, thanks to the paramedic, thanks to all the state emergency services that was present for such an incident. Okay, because the police too, they go home. They live with this type of trauma. They live with this thing that they see every day. Okay, they live with it. And in fact, two police officers were wounded yesterday too. Yes, two police officers were wounded yesterday through these things. Okay, they were wounded yesterday. So these people want to leave homes. They put their life in the hands of God. Their life is at risk when they leave homes. Some don't come back home. Some do come back home. But they are working for we the people. They are working for our safety. That's why we have police. When you have stupid people like a father and a son who just pick up guns and decide to shoot people, or stupid people like that who just woke up and pick guns and get in the street and want to kill innocent people. Those type of people, they don't deserve to live among people like us. We want an environment where our children can go outside and play peacefully. We want an environment where we can gather in a place like Bondi Beach and have some fun and swim and go to and have a festival and have a celebration without being worried, oh, what's gonna happen next. We want an environment, a society where everybody love one another. We want a society where people, share food with each other, where people sit down and have conversation. We want a society where people get to, meet new people, learn new about new things, different culture. That's the kind of society we want. We don't want a society where when you go out in the shopping mall, you're worried what's gonna happen, who's gonna come with a machete, who's gonna come with the guns, what's the next move? Is that gonna be your last day, or are you gonna return home safely? That's not what we want. We want a safe society. We want a place where we can go and gather together and enjoy without the fear of somebody shooting, without the fear of somebody coming down with a machete. That's not what we want. We want a peaceful society. We want a society where everybody get along, where there's no hatred, there's no anger being built, where people reach out to people. It is important that we have such a society, such an environment, such a community where people gather with love, not gather in fear, not with panic, not with trauma, not with stress. So, what happened yesterday? I condemn what happened yesterday. I condemn the shooting that took place at Bondi Beach yesterday. And I want to say to all the family that lost their all that love, sorry, my bad. I want to say to all the family that lost their loved ones at Bondi yesterday, to have my sympathy. It's a sad thing. It's a tragic. It's a tragedy that took place. But what do we know about these people? I think the father was shot dead. The father get killed. And the son is at the hospital. At least they were apprehended. So they didn't kill 16 people and wounded 42 people and walk away. No. The father was killed at the scene. And the son was arrested. He was apprehended and taken to hospital. Nobody knows the motive behind their ungodly action that took place yesterday. Nobody knows the motive behind that. But what I know is that the father is dead. So that's one less evil. That's one less evil. Now, I don't normally speak about matters or issues that concern Australia. And the reason I'm speaking on this matter today is because people lost their life. People they lost their loved ones. A child was killed in this madness, this is like a disease that just attacked the heart of these people, and they decide to do the first thing that came to their mind is to pick a gun and kill. So there should be a lesson to the Australian government. Don't give gun license to people just because they look decent, they look nice. No, especially people that like, you should know the kind of person to give gun license to. Okay, now the father is not even an Australian, but he came in this country. He been here for such a long time. He hasn't acquire an Australian citizenship yet. No, but the son was an Australian. The son was born in Australia, but the father is not an Australian. He came in this country long time ago on a student visa. He came in this country a long time ago on the student visa. About, if I'm not mistaken, in the 80s, he came in this country on a student visa. Okay, and he that visa turned into a working visa in 2001 or 2002. So from student visa, it went to a working visa in 2002. And he been in this country enjoying the security of this country. They've been living in this country. The country gives them life. It gives them future. It gives them safety. It gives them health care. It gives them the security that they needed. But what do we get? After offering all the beautiful things in life to these people, they went ahead and picked guns to go and shoot innocent children, to go and shoot innocent people who are having a festival, who are celebrating on the beach in a crowd as big as that. These people decide to go and kill them. Their action led to the death of 16 people yesterday on the beach. And such thing should not be happening in Australia. Australia is a safe country. That's the reason people are shocked. The world is in confusion mode right now because Australia is known to be safe. The gun laws in Australia is very strict. So why would a person have 6 guns even though they own a gun license? That does not permit them to have 6 guns. But guys, look, I don't want to go too much into this. Okay, it's a very sensitive topic. Okay, I don't really speak on Australian issues, on issues that concern Australia, um, because it's a different land. You know, people tend to do things differently in this other side of the world. So I don't want to go into any more details. Okay, but keep posted, guys. Liberia Impact is back in action. There's gonna be a lot of information on this matter coming down to Liberia Impact. So follow Liberians Impact. Okay, follow Liberians Impact. You're gonna get all the information. Okay, so most information is gonna be posted on Liberians Impact. So go down to our Facebook page, Liberians Impact. Follow Liberians Impact to get more information on this one. So that's it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. I couldn't share the live, so I hope Daniel, I hope you share the live, but I couldn't share it myself. So see all of you guys.